This is the thing. Who you choose to hang around with, who you choose to have in your posse is exactly who you become. Choose your posse wisely. I'm here to tell you that putting yourself first is not selfish, it's revolutionary. Welcome to the Woman Warrior Podcast, empowering women to light their lives on fire through Ayurveda, yoga, spirituality, and fitness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Satyavani, and I'm here along with my partner, Prajna Madhavi. And we want to welcome you to the Trainerize app, our branded app. This app has two beautiful functions that we want to share with you to get your health moving in a woman warrior direction.
So the first component is the fitness workout side, which is fabulous. With this app, trainers can give you a personalized experience based on your fitness goals, our dosha assessment, and fitness level. The app has phenomenal access to videos for each exercise so that there is very little confusion. There's also messaging capabilities so that trainers can continually keep in contact with you as you move further into your fitness journey.
The second component is the nutrition piece, because you cannot out-train a bad diet. After the initial assessment is taken, trainers can align your doshic diet to your specific exercise regimen, which means that eating more of what you need and less of what you don't. The recipes are then posted in the app where you can choose meals based on time, ingredients, and taste. And you can always refresh the menu if needed because you prefer something different.
So with these two components, along with our Ayurvedic assessment, we'll give you a unique and individualized experience that you most likely cannot find anywhere else.
I would agree with that. Mm-hmm. By using our personalized app, you'll gain knowledge of what your body needs and be on the road to becoming your best and brightest self. Welcome to our app. Jai Bhagwan, Woman Warriors, and welcome to the Woman Warrior Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Satyavani, and this is where life is great through the Vedic sciences, especially when you're jacked and tan. And my co-host here today is
Prajna Madhavi. Hello, everyone.
Jacked and tan.
Jacked and tan. Life is better tan.
Isn't life better tan?
It is.
It really is.
It's very nice.
I strive for us to have a tan life our whole lives.
Chasing a tan.
Perfect. Well, the weather is always nicer. Mm-hmm. Wherever it is that you are chasing your tan.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Yeah. Despite the fact that summer is a tough time for we Pittas, that early morning is just delightful. Mm-hmm. And right now it is pretty hot.
Yeah.
It got hot fast.
Yeah. It's taken a while, but yeah, it just kind of showed up.
Right. Well, I felt like we went from like, it's 47 and it's raining and there's still chill and I'm still putting my fireplace on in the morning to it's 95 degrees.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
And then this weekend it'll be back down to 60.
Right. It's supposed to.
So weird. Yeah.
And
I'm okay with it.
We just crossed over in the souls. I think you're okay with everything right now.
Yeah.
I know.
I am.
I can't wait for a check-in. Praj has got some news. For those of you who have been following. So today, friends, we are continuing our journey with our yamas and niyamas. We have broken into the niyamas. Last time we spoke about the concept of Saucha, or purity. And then today we're going to, as always, provide some remedies or how one can practice Saucha in their lives. And we actually have it set up in a variety of categories, which will be really interesting. So some may resonate with you, some might not. Or you just want to give everything a try and we'll see what happens. It's exciting though. Saucha is one of my favorite because it has such a blanket of different opportunities to practice purity on a variety of different levels. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But for your dining and dancing pleasure, as always, we have some announcements. And before we get to them, though, please do hit the subscribe button at the bottom of the YouTube page. Or even on Apple TV or Spotify, but we are super close to 500 subscribers. We're about 166 away at this point. So if you could help some sisters out, we would be so appreciative of that. YouTube seems to be where it's at, and we would love for you to follow us there. And please do share with a friend. I'm going to pass it to you, Praj, for announcements. Let go.
So our first announcement is the GLP-1 program. So we just actually had our first official sign up for the GLP-1 program, which is awesome. And could be our, like usually say, that first domino to fall, and then more to come. GLP-1s are still huge in the news right now and just out in socials and out in the world. And we want to really encourage people to check out our GLP-1 program that we have on our website. It is a natural GLP-1 alternative program to those who are on a GLP-1, want to get off, those who are thinking about getting onto GLP-1, or those who are just wanting to know more about it, maybe for someone else. Check out our website, see what we have. We have the 3 categories of depending on how much weight you need to lose or feel like you need to lose. We have, under about 50 pounds, 52, 100, and then over 100 pounds. And so depending on where you're at in your journey, please check out this program. It's going to take time and it's worth it. The GLP-1s that are out there right now, yes, you get a short-term
fix.
Yes, a short-term, what you think is a short-term result, but there are some very long-term side effects that people are starting to notice.
I'm going to rant for a second on this.
And go.
The GLP-1s, we put out some posts regarding our program, but really cautioning people as it relates to GLP-1s, and just don't do it. That's really the bottom line. I know that it's very tempting, and I know everybody, literally, I'm shocked at the number of people that are engaging in this. You cannot get fit, healthy, and have longevity through an injection. It's impossible. Just going to say that. The interesting thing is we actually are now starting to see that the posts that we're putting out there, not only about the program, but about our Ayurvedic perspective on GLP-1s, what's starting to happen is we're starting to get some momentum. Yeah. And we actually have people, a lot of ladies out there who are either specialists in women's hormones or nutritionists, et cetera, who are now starting to push our posts as well because they are on the bandwagon. And they understand what the implications are. So if you do believe that this is pressure that you're experiencing, there's a social pressure that, well, everybody's doing it and it's not that bad, et cetera, you need to be the voice of reason. Lead by example. You don't have to get sucked into it. This is no different than, drugs or alcohol when you were a teenager. Like, grow up. Yeah. Grow up. Represent, lead by example, and you will have a long and healthy life. It's going to take longer. That's just what it is. Don't worry about that. It's reps and time equals success. That's it.
Great rant.
Sorry, not sorry.
No. The next announcement would be our Trainerize app. We always like to go over that. So if you are either in the area or out of the area, we have a wonderful app where you can get nutrition, you can get workouts, you can get our guidance for a lower cost to you than in person.
And spiritual coaching.
Yes.
And Ayurveda.
So if you want to see our lovely faces, once, twice, or 3 times a week, then bring it on. Come on and into our program and join us in person. However, if you don't live in the area, maybe can't afford it for whatever reason, or maybe you have been with us and now you feel like you've got a good sense of, what you need to do. The Trainerize app is excellent for all of those things. So,
and the GLP-1 program is embedded in the Trainerize app. So that's how we work with you. So there's a multitude of things that are going on in that app right now. So,
And then the last thing is the WomanWork cleanse that we have going on. We've started it. It went really well the first weekend, as we talked about, and looking at the second session this weekend, see how our peeps are doing, and looking forward to maybe doing more of these in the future. So if you are, maybe a some sort of business owner in health and wellness, and you think that this might be something interesting, let us know.
Absolutely.
Give us a
holla.
Yeah, give us a holla and let us know if that's something that maybe you think your clients would be able to do, or just is of interest to you on some level.
And it is also something that we might look at in the future, putting on our app as well as its own individual program.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I like about how we're doing it right now is that these folks are on the app with the guidance and all of the habits that they're developing, but we also get to check in with them in person, which is just a great energetic. I love the hybrid model.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it is really good.
Yeah. So,
all right. Unless I'm missing anything, I think those were the 3 big ones that I had.
I think that's it.
All right.
Friends, thewomanwarrioracademy.com. Go to the website, tons of resources. You can find out about all of these things, as well as how to hang out with us.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, wellness check-in. I'll go first this time, because y'all are going to want me as the warm-up for what's about to come. So exciting. So exciting. So physically, I feel great.
That's so good.
I really do. For the first time in probably about 6 weeks, I am getting excellent sleep. I've got this great sleep regimen I'm going to share with everybody. Obviously, always going to bed at the same time regardless. I know I might fluctuate a little bit, half an hour or an hour, because it stays light out so much later now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not complaining. Although now that the solstice has happened, we are now losing
the other
time.
direction.
Yeah, we're going in the opposite direction. We're actually moving into the yin time of the year. But at night, after we have dinner and we do our cleanup chores and all of that good stuff, it is this liquid magnesium stuff that I'm taking, which I absolutely love.
Is that the Ruths? Is that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah.
Auntie Ruth's.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's Aunt Ruth's or Mrs. Ruth's, something like that.
Yeah.
I'll post it up on our social so everybody can get on it. And then Triphala. And then this one combo supplement of more magnesium and ashwagandha. Great combo. And then I'm just out. Sleep is the ticket.
Uh-huh.
Sleep is the ticket. First pillar of health.
I know it is.
Got to get more sleep. And what that's doing for performance. Like yesterday, killer training session with Grayson. Mm-hmm. Hated it, loved it.
Yeah.
But dude, we were in it.
Yeah.
We were in it, and it was game on. And I haven't felt that good in one of those training sessions in a while. Mm-hmm. No soft tissue injuries, no nothing. It was nice to actually go into a session feeling okay, I'm ready, not walking into it injured, and coming out of it feeling good. So it was great. I slept like a bambino last night.
Yeah.
Let's see. Energetically, great. Do you feel like time is going by very fast? Do you?
Yes.
Do you? That's not, I'm not poking the bear. I'm actually being legit serious, because
I know you are.
I actually have read a lot on the socials. A lot of people are like, time is speeding up. And I feel like days are just moving very, very quickly. So I'm trying to very diligently, energetically do some slow down practices, which have been really great. That early morning walk right now is just lovely.
Yeah, it's really good.
No headphones, no cell phone if I can help it. Watching the ducks in the canal behind me. It's so great. Animals are so great.
They are.
They're so good for energy. I just love to watch them. And it's great to see how active nature is in the morning. Seeing, the squirrels and the birds, and everybody's okay, I got to get the food now. And then everybody's siestas in the afternoon. Why are we not learning from this?
I know.
Why are we not learning from this?
I told you about that little family of raccoons that I watched.
Yes.
Yeah, last week.
How are
in
they?
the morning. I don't know.
Oh,
I
they're gone
seen
now?
them since, but yeah. it was just so cute because I just heard some sounds on the canal, and when I was walking my dog,
Which side of the canal?
it was
Like it's off the one off of Rose Hill? Okay.
Went off of Rose Hill. So I was on Owyhee.
Okay.
Hadn't gotten to Rose Hill yet.
Got it.
And I just heard the sound, and I was like, I know that sound, like, but I don't really know what it is. I know I've heard it before, and I'm like, God, it sounds like a raccoon. So I'm looking over the canal, and I see this, wrestling in the bushes next to the canal.
Is that a velociraptor?
Yeah. Popped out. And then I saw this raccoon, and it had its little baby in its mouth, and it was like swimming kind of upstream and across. And then, at the same time, her little baby's kind of crying, and she's like just trying to do her thing. And then you can hear the other babies on the other side. And so she's literally just trying to get them to the other side of the canal.
One at a time.
Yeah. So she then drops that one off. Then I see her go back across. And as she's going back across, this little one that just got over here is like whining for her. Right. And then you still got the others that are whining for her. Right. And so she's just, looping around. Yeah. And then she brought another one over or something. I can't remember. But the first one had like started walking up the canal so I could see it. And I'm like, don't go in the water. Don't go in. She like had to come back and like, get back here. She's like, stay here. And then she went back across. But as I was watching that, I was just like, there's a hurry, but there's like, this is all she has to do this morning. I got to get my babies across the canal and probably get them fed somehow. Right. And like, that's her morning.
That's her day.
It's going to take as long as it takes for her.
Right. She doesn't have to punch in at a job.
No. She doesn't have to answer emails, check her text messages.
She's trying to get the babies across, man.
And it was just so cute, and just a reminder that, animals are amazing.
They are amazing. I have a client who has this mama duck that comes every year, Patty. And she comes to the house, and she nests in their courtyard because they have a pond in the back of the house that has, fish that will eat the babies. So she has them there, and what my client and her husband decided to do was keep them contained within the courtyard until they kind of grew up enough where they could go. But what's so precious about it, like at first they felt like, oh my God, I'm trapped, et cetera. And she wanted to get out, but they created like the best little life from like had a pool and gave them fresh watermelon every day. And so they were like, all right, I'm kind of digging this. And then even after they finally, left the courtyard, she still comes back, just to say hi. And, it's adorable.
That's cute.
So like animals know, they just know. And that's been really good for my like mental health. Just being able to see that and have that sense of calm is just clears some things out. Like it's not that serious.
No,
it's not that serious. And I feel very like intuitively connected in that way. It's like, just like you said with the mama raccoons, like this is her instinct. This is her intuition. I just got to get my babies across. And I've been feeling a lot of that lately with clients, the way the universe is working. I'm loving doing the mentorship program with Y6. I love my mentee, and she has been fabulous. And I just feel so like I'm contributing something that like, wow, I am a resourceful person. We're resourceful people, and we can help other women, get to a space of being resourceful. And I think that's just been incredibly rewarding. And that's been very connected to, spiritual practice, meditating, yoga nidra, especially in the summertime. I really need that during that siesta time. So if I'm not like scheduled to do something, I'm making a point to do that. So yeah,
it's great.
How about you?
I am well.
Are you well?
The end.
That's it.
That's it.
She don't want to talk about it. She got a whole lot to talk about. Tell us, Praj, what's going on?
Physically, I am, other than overly tired, which, I know there's a mindset to that, but my body is physically tired.
Fatigued.
Yeah, fatigued.
Fair.
I feel good. I feel maybe like you said yesterday, I'm probably not eating quite enough, which is what happens when I get into this state. I don't quite eat enough, so I could stand to eat a little bit more. And
Yes, you can. Based on the amount of caloric burn.
yeah. And
If y'all are not reading between the lines, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Okay? I just do not know what to tell you. Praj has got a boyfriend.
oh my God.
She does. Yeah, I'm outing it. I don't
Yeah.
care. And he is adorable. Sebastian, we love you. She's not even going to check in. I'm going to tell you all the story. Okay. So this is the drill. So we went for a hike to I always want to say, I don't know why I want to say Mount Tamalpais because that's do you know where that is?
No.
In San Francisco. There's Mount
Okay.
Tamalpais. I used to hike it all the time, but
Table Rock.
Table Rock.
Table
I
Rock.
know. So
Yeah.
we went to Table Rock. We like planned this hike, and then we get in the car, and it was raining a little bit. And I was like, "Girl, if you don't want to hike in the rain," she's like, "Oh no, we have to because I invited Sheb." And I was like, "Okay," because the day before I was like, "Just invite him to the hike," but like it didn't filter in my brain. And
Well, because I talk a lot and I
Yes.
tell you everything
So much.
as it's going on.
exactly,
So,
moment to moment.
yeah.
Moment to moment. No, she doesn't.
No.
I'll find shit out like 2 weeks later. I'm like, what the fuck? Anywho,
Yeah.
so we go on this hike and he shows up and I grilled him. Like that's my job is to grill him. And Sheb, if you're listening to this, you are a rock star for having to sustain this. Okay. And I was very honest. I said, look, I'm a lot, but you heard her. You're going to have to deal with some things and that's not something you want to deal with. And he was just an absolute delight.
Yeah.
He was an absolute delight, smart and funny. And I knew from the second I met him, absolutely cares about you.
Yeah.
And I could not be more thrilled for the two of you. And they look adorable together. So Sheb, shout out to you. Thank you. For the record, I manifested you.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
You did.
a million years ago, I said to Praj, I'm like, your guy's not from here. Your guy is not from here. He is either going to be from France or Spain. And guess what? He's from France.
You're amazing.
And so if you would like some relationship advice, Venmo me $10.
And we might get in the relationship game, to be honest.
No, seriously, like
Yeah.
the Ayurveda of relationships
Is amazing.
And actually the steps that you took regarding, the unicorn profile
Yes.
that we talked about. Like,
Absolutely.
there you go. That set the whole thing up. So like, know your constitution, know what constitutions are compatible for you, set up your unicorn profile, and then Venmo me $10 and I'll manifest it for you. So,
Yep.
Anywho, I had to tell the story.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So
So it's out.
Yes. So I am very happily tired. So that I'm happy and tired.
Yes.
And it's fine because I'm happy. And at the same time, got to make sure I take care of myself. So yes, he is wonderful. Very excited to be with this kind of individual. He's just great and can't really say enough good things about him. So I loved how by the end of the date, or at the end of the day, the hike and the coffee, she was pointing at me telling me not to fuck it up. So, she told me that first. So, which he keeps bringing that up.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, he knows what happens if he fucks it up.
I know.
So
Clearly energetically feeling very good. Just emotions and mentally. I definitely did some different things this time, and because it felt right to do it.
if you were to give advice to our listeners about what you did differently this time, because I think that this is important. I really do.
I thought a lot about some scars that I have not paid attention to in the past and how I've dated in the past and been scared to either initiate things or scared to say things first or scared to share things just outright. And, a lot of that could have been just because it wasn't the right person.
Absolutely.
So I think there's a lot to that. And the leap that I took in just being honest and authentic and open, I would not have been able to do that, 5 years ago. There's just no way. Now, and I think there's a reason why this waited maybe the perfect time was I was not in the right space to accept a relationship like that or accept myself in that relationship. And so the universe does find a way. And so, yeah, to those of you out there that think, I'll never find this person, well, just work on being the best you that you can and work on what patterns you have created for yourself that are maybe putting you in the same situation over and over and over again, which is why I love Ayurveda, because it talks about, you know, the samskaras and doing the same thing like insanity, expecting a different result. Yeah.
And you have done the work.
Yes.
And
continue to do the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're always students first. You're continuing to do the work, and you deserve nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Nothing but the best. And
that was my intuition stepping in too. Like just saying, fuck it. Just say it.
Right.
Just do it.
Just say
like
yes.
Your intuition is telling you to just take that leap. And I did, and have gotten rewarded for that. And then spiritually, like we said, you know, being out in nature, huge. Probably need to do some yoga nidra, siesta that I'd really like to have every single day in the summer.
Well, you know, a lot of it is when you have a whole other piece of your life to incorporate.
Yes.
You know, and like navigating that, you know, before you get into a pattern and a routine and a flow and all that kind of stuff is exhausting. It's exciting. And also at the same time, like, holy shit, like I still have to train, and I still have to work, and I still have to, you know, be at this meeting, and I still have to podcast and all of that. Like, and bonsai still included, like navigating all of that it's a lot of ojas. Yeah. It's a lot of ojas.
And plain and simple, that's just protecting my ojas and making sure that doesn't get super depleted. So, as exciting as it is, still keeping that in the back of my mind. So, yep, that's me.
Yay!
I am well.
I know.
The end.
So happy. And she's not resisting the joy.
Yeah, not resisting the joy.
Which is great.
Yep.
Which is very timely for our topic on Saucha today, the idea of purity as the first niyama, and the others will follow. We will get to those after, obviously, this podcast. But this whole idea of maintaining cleanliness in both your internal and external environment, and how that affects the 5 koshic level. And it really is about finding the balance point of sattva in many ways. When we're looking at the gunas, or the 3 major qualities, they're also psychological states as well. So we've got rajas on one side, which is that very rapidly moving energy, and then we've got sattva in the middle, and then we have tamas at the end, which can be heavy, you know, et cetera. And so balancing rajas and tamas allows us to be able to get to a sattvic state. And so, and we know, like, you've had a lot of rajasic energy in your life right now. And I can see it in your eyes that you're like, I need a little tamas, a little hibernation here for that. And it's also like the brightest time of the year. You know, the energy is high across the board. So adding that as well. But what has been curated by the great Prajna Madhavi today is the whole idea of how do we practice Saucha purity, or this sattvic way, in a variety of categories. So the first is food and diet. Go ahead, girl. What do we got?
So choosing sattvic foods, and I love that you brought our sattvic menu here. Yes. Light, fresh, and balanced, honors physical and inner cleanliness. Food is just something we put in our body every single day. And, you know, we think about, oh, I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat food. But you also have to remember that there's the energetic piece of what it's doing for your mental clarity, what for not just your physical, you know, consumption. So you need to make sure that the food that you're taking in is very nourishing. And I will say that that's one of the things that I have still been doing is, you know, making sure, not quite enough, but making sure that when I do eat, it's good food.
The quality
of it. Yeah.
The gunic factor of that.
If
What would be the first rule of a sattvic diet? What would you not do?
not do for sattvic diet, well, drink a lot of caffeine.
Yep. No processed food.
Yeah, processed food.
That is
Sugar.
like one of the easiest ways to get to a sattvic diet.
Yeah,
Is to not eat processed food.
yeah, whole foods. Yeah, and we have a sattvic food list of things that foods that you. This is something that we do when we basically train people, is we give them this menu depending on what their doshic constitution is, and it gives them foods to avoid, foods that they should eat the most of.
And this is part of our nutrition plan on our app. So if it's something that you're interested in, check it out. The sattvic diet specifically, though, is also something that can be done on a quarterly basis when we just need to give our bodies a rest.
Yeah.
We're not tracking macros. We're not, worried about it from a muscle tissue standpoint or, athletic standpoint or whatever, but rather, you know what, I just need to take a week off. I need to kind of cleanse a little bit. And this is a great opportunity for that.
Yeah. Foods with very high prana.
Yes.
Those are things that you're looking for, prana being that life force. So you want those foods that have a good life force, which is why processed foods, those are pretty much dead foods.
It is dead. Can you even call it food? It's like Franken food, right? Food-like substances.
It's dead and has been pieced back together.
Oh,
Gross.
when you read some of the ingredients,
It's so bad. Yeah. And that, I guess for people out there who are not aware of this, but if you can't pronounce the ingredients on the food that you're eating, it's not a good sign. Yeah.
not a good sign at all.
Yeah. And sugar has a lot of names. So sugar's another one that you want to make sure that you know all the names for. Corn syrup and all the others.
I
Maltodextrin. Yeah.
love that. Sugar has many names.
Mm-hmm.
Those fuckers at the food companies, that's what they have been doing for decades.
Yep.
We're not going to call it sugar so that people avoid it. We're going to call it maltodextrin, or we're going to call it,
Xylitol. Yeah.
Yes.
Which again, just because you've heard it before doesn't mean you know what it is.
Right.
Like, just remember that too.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up. And actually, looking at maintaining purity in the diet, there are some great apps out there that you can scan food in the grocery store and it will tell you like the toxicity level, and it gives it like a rating, like this is okay, this is not okay kind of thing.
Yeah.
So those are great resources to be able to use for sure.
And then just a quote from the Bhagavad Gita.
I brought my Gita today.
17.8 or 17.8.
Yes.
Foods that increase life, purity, strength, health, joy, and cheerfulness, that are tasty, nourishing, and soothing, are dear to those who are sattvic.
And on our sattvic menu that backs up that quote, we have, several categories: grains, dairy, sweeteners, fruits, oils, vegetables, nuts and seeds, beans, spices, herbs, and essential oils. What is not on a sattvic diet are meat products or fish, what you can actually point to that says it's an animal product. So a sattvic diet is actually a vegetarian diet, which I know is not necessarily for everybody. But even if you are not a vegetarian, if you're a pescatarian or if you are carnivore, whatever it is that you do, this is still a great thing to do quarterly just to give your body a rest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Love it.
Next one is physical cleanliness.
Dude, clean yo shit.
Clean
your crevices, people.
Shit.
Clean your crevices.
Have hygiene.
Clean your clothes. Clean your space.
Yeah.
Don't be a ragamuffin.
Yeah.
I got to tell you. So, and I want to be clear that I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm not trying to be rude, et cetera. But I was walking through Fred Meyer the other day, and And this mom came in with 2 young girls that were probably 12, 13 years old. And I don't know if they were 2 daughters or if it was a daughter and a friend. I'm not really sure. But dog, it was the middle of the day on the weekend and no hairs combed, like still wearing like flannel pajamas, the whole thing, etc. And like, okay, maybe they're just doing a quick Fred Meyer run, but they actually went down one of the processed food aisles, which all the processed food exists in the middle of the store.
Stay
people.
on the outside.
Stay on the outside. And like got a couple of cans of Rockstar. I was like,
boy.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
it's hard. It's hard to watch.
Just do a little better, like unshowered, et cetera. And I don't think it was an economic thing. I don't. I just think that it was
an effort.
Right. It was clearly an effort thing. And so it made me sad.
Yeah.
It just made me sad. I was like, mom and can do better.
Yeah.
Leading by example. So yeah.
I watched a couple teens, walk into the Planet Fitness because there's a lot more teens out.
Yeah. Well, they have that
days.
summer teen membership thing for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just looked like they just rolled out of bed.
Yeah.
I mean.
Right. Were they rocking the Crocs?
No.
Oh, okay.
But just baggy sweatpants, sweatshirt.
Yeah.
No combed hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't and you're trying to lift weights for what?
Right.
Get the ladies? Like,
they know.
How about you try a shower and doing your hair?
Right. Like brush your teeth, have clean nails, put on some deodorant, like physical, because it's a self-respect thing.
Yes.
It's a self-respect. I have enough respect for myself that when I leave the house and I go out into the world, I have clean hair, clean teeth, my skin, do people have acne and you have a bad hair day? Absolutely. But make a fucking effort, people.
Yeah.
We've just, ever since COVID,
it's bad.
Woo, it has just gone by the friggin' wayside.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Physical cleanliness.
You're not hiding in your house anymore. If you're going out, make a decision.
Right.
Or 2.
Yep.
So this is also connected to sattva.
Yep.
Or being sattvic, clarity and harmony, rather than, so rajas would be restlessness.
Yep.
I tend to think more tamasic, where people are just lazy.
Agreed.
And just don't want to do it. But you could also have I am so frantic, I'm so frazzled. I just can't get it together.
Yeah.
Can't get my shit together. I'm just, where am I?
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I actually had that experience recently. I was having a meeting and I walked to the parking lot with the person I was having the meeting with, and I just peeked in their back seat of their car. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Keep it tidy.
Keep it tidy, people.
Doesn't have to be clean. It doesn't have to be spotless. I don't care if you dust.
No, I have plenty of dust and leaves in my car because there's so much activity going
Even in the
and out.
house, it's right. I don't dust every week like I used to.
No.
It's exhausting.
It is.
But I'm tidy.
But you're tidy.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then incorporating simple self-care practices like dry brushing, oil massage, abhyanga, or taking a warm bath to release tension, which is great. And actually, we're incorporating some of these practices in the Warrior Cleanse right now. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
And then the Gita says,
purity, steadiness, and self-control are qualities of divine nature.
That's right. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Mm-hmm.
So high spiritual vibration is clean. It's pure. That's why it's always associated with the color of crystal or white, something along those lines. It is untainted. So if you are looking at cultivating your spirituality, the first step towards that is cleanliness. Agreed.
Mental cleanliness.
Ooh.
So I love these questions when I found them. So asking yourself, so I really liked these 2. What mental clutter am I carrying? Oh boy.
Vatas of the
ship
group.
cutting in half. I got the velociraptor. I've got a little bit of clutter.
Does that dog have fleas?
Yeah. Does that dog have fleas? This is one that I really have to look at. Say, okay, how much mental clutter am I carrying? I'm constantly like, am I in the present moment, or am I thinking about things in the past, things in the future, random shit that I really don't need to be thinking about? Yeah. And then the second one, oh God, to add on to that.
Oh God. Yeah, this is me.
Are there resentments, regrets, worries that occupy space in your head?
Resentments.
Yeah.
Like
Mine's worry.
Yeah.
And, those are kind of linked probably to
They are.
the various different, or the
Gunas.
3 doshas
Absolutely.
and the gunas. So, I think about vatas probably are more worry than anything else.
Absolutely.
Pittas are probably maybe more resentment.
Absolutely.
And you've got kappas are probably
More regret. 100%.
Yeah. So it's amazing how all this just starts to line up through Ayurveda.
But those are really good questions. And I would pose those to you out there that are listening. What mental clutter are you carrying around? Because the mental clutter turns into physical clutter.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah. When we were just talking about being frazzled, then physically you present yourself as this frazzled person because your mental clarity is out of whack.
Could not agree more. And dis-ease starts in the mind. It starts in the mind where there is something, an imbalance, a not easeful space. And then it turns into a digestive matter because you are not digesting that experience or that mental state or that fluctuation or that vritti that we talk about. And then it will turn into a digestive problem where we usually feel it in the gut. And then that leaks itself out through the circulatory system and a variety of other things, especially if it's ongoing and chronic.
Yeah.
And we're not doing anything to flush it out.
So some things to do for this mindfulness meditation. And again, it's not like you have to empty your mind. That's virtually impossible. It's just allowing the breath, allowing the meditation to just sitting quietly and just not trying to empty your mind, but just observing the thoughts that come in. And again, keep asking yourself, what's the mental clutter that I'm carrying? Like, does this really matter? Do I need to hold on to this? Quiet the mental noise. Positive affirmations. I still have those 12 affirmations from
I love that.
hot Shaolin monk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Xinghenyi.
Yes.
Yes.
Still have those on my mirror. Replacing negative self-talk with affirmations where every no will lead to the right yes.
Right?
Word.
Do you see how it all comes together? See,
I
every
do.
no in the relationships
Leads
led to
the
this one.
And media detox. Oh boy.
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because what does media do to us? It just adds more thoughts into our head. More mental clutter.
Pummels the brain.
Yeah. More worries, more regrets, more resentments. You're watching what other people are doing. You have regret that you're not doing it. You have, resentment that you're not doing it. You have worry that what's going to happen if I don't take that pill or that.
Yep. Everybody's doing the GLP-1 injection. Why shouldn't I? It's super manipulative.
It is.
It's manipulative mind control. Now, if you go into it knowing that, then you can, you see it for what it is.
Discernment.
Yeah. You see it for what it is. But one of the things that I've been doing lately is at night when Michael and I are getting ready to have dinner, and then we usually watch our show. Like right now we're watching Major Crimes. It's a great show.
Nice.
And we're like solving the cases together. It's hysterical. Like we'll take a pause and be like, okay, what are your thoughts? And he's like, well, this is what I think. And I'm like, okay, this is what I think. And like there are days when he's like, damn, you nailed it. And I'm like, boom, you nailed it. So I'm like, we should be detectives.
Nice.
However, what I'm doing is I am plugging my phone in and I'm leaving it upstairs during the time that we're having dinner and really, really like focusing in on what we're doing together and asking about his day and like what happened in school today and how are your students and all of that kind of stuff. And we have that opportunity versus like I'm I'm having a conversation, I'm having dinner, watching the show, but my phone's right there and a client might be texting me and now I'm like, nope, it's off the radar. And that has been fantastic.
That's so good.
Yes.
And that's such a great tip for anyone. Just put your phone in a different
Just
room.
be present. Be present.
From cleanliness arises contentment and clarity of the mind. That is from the Yoga Sutras.
The guiding lights, friends.
Yes.
It's fabulous. All right. So we have got
Emotional and energetic purity.
Ooh. All right.
Emotional Saucha purifies the heart. When we carry resentment, restlessness, or old emotions, the mind becomes foggy.
What I love about this is backup data to brain fog. A lot of brain fog exists right now, and a lot of women in the menopausal, perimenopausal, menopausal, and postmenopausal phases in their life, I'll use the word symptom, one of the states of dis-ease that is constantly reflected upon is brain fog. And I truly believe, and Ayurveda supports this, that the brain fog comes from decades of doing for everybody, being the point of everybody's life, being the point person for everybody's life. And over the years, unprocessed resentment, restlessness, and old emotions that they didn't feel like they had time to process. Like, I don't have time for this right now. I've got to get my kids to soccer practice, whatever, et cetera.
Wow.
And all of those emotions that just get stuffed in the dhatus, in the tissues. And then all of a sudden, they're empty nesters and they're in their 50s and they're like, oh my God, why am I angry? Why am I resentful? Why am I depressed? Why am I all of these things? And I don't understand. And I can't remember things from day to day because there has been so much emotional and energetic clutter that has built up over time and then got stuffed in the tissues. And that is what results in brain fog and heart heaviness.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Not only are women dealing with the brain fog of these, unprocessed emotions for years, but then why do I have this spare tire around my belly? And it's like, it's things that you didn't process before.
Yes. Brain fog. Remember what we just talked about? The undigested mental vritti goes to the gut pops out. We're in a state of disease. And then it's like, well, how come I can't get rid of it? You actually have to process this energetic and mental emotional clutter in order to get rid of it. Yeah. You have to. So we actually have a gal in our AWP group right now who's going through that exact process. So, yeah.
You got to go through it. Can't go around it.
Nope. The only way out is through.
Yoga Sutra reminds us through purity comes clarity and cheerfulness.
Yes. That is in the Sauchic doctrine.
Using pranayama, so breathing practices, types of meditation, yoga, like those are all great ways to process your emotions.
Yeah. And what I want to say to that actually, which I'm so happy you brought this up, is it is okay that if you are in an asana class or a meditation class or even, a pranayama class, whatever, and you have these spontaneous releases of emotion. A lot of people get really freaked out by that. Like, oh my God, that's never happened. Like, why is this happening, et cetera? That is what is happening. There is this release of emotions that have been buried in your tissues that finally your energetic body is through wisdom saying, I got to get rid of this. I have to get rid of this. So see that as a gift and not a problem.
I did Bikram yoga throughout Joe's illness.
Yeah.
And there for a while, I was crying in camel almost every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I allowed it to happen. And I had, you had people who kind of freaked out. Like,
Are you okay?
Are you okay? But then, the ones who know just let you do it. And so in class, when we do camel, I'm like, if things come up, just let them pass. And you're in a safe space and nobody's watching what you're doing, but it felt so good to cry every single time. Felt so good.
Right. With that sweat and your body just detoxifying. There was a period of time when, a couple of years back, when I would do a lot of infrared sauna in the winter. And sometimes I would just sit in the infrared sauna in meditation and just cry. And it wasn't necessarily attached to any one particular thing.
Yeah.
It is just this, collection of unprocessed debris. And, maybe it's trauma, maybe it's not, like who knows? But then taking a shower after that and like walking away so Sauchic felt amazing.
Yeah. And I would go even a layer deeper that for me as a Vata, my digestion isn't that great. After I have a great cry, my anxiety goes away, and then all of a sudden my digestion is fine.
Yes.
I'm like, fuck, it is all connected. Holy shit.
Right?
I need to cry more.
We should just get together and cry. If you would like to get together and cry with us, let us know. Drop us a note. info@thewomanwarrioracademy.com.
Yeah. Because it's not a bad thing to do.
It's fantastic.
It's so good.
It's fantastic. Yes. All right.
Saucha in relationships.
All right. This is the fifth layer, people.
Cleanliness in relationships refers to clarity of words, intention, and energy.
Yes.
This has really been a big one in my current relationship that I'm in. It's huge from the get-go.
Yes.
Cleanliness. State our intentions, match our energy, and back up words with action.
I love that.
The fact that we are only interested in each other, so that means we get rid of all the other options that could possibly be out there. And that feels very Sauchic to me, which is very nice.
I love that. It is so important to say what you mean unabashedly. Do what you mean and ride that energetic wave. It is so important. Like being crystal clear about, and I think that's also a lot of the issues with relationships in general right now. People don't know where they stand in a relationship. They don't know what kind of relationship it is. And again, I'm not going to throw shade on, I think that there's all different types of relationships.
Yeah.
And I think that regardless of the type of relationship you're in, whether it's professional, whether it's romantic, whether it's familial, clarity and intention and exacting energy is the key for any of those relationships to be successful.
Yeah.
I love that. Avoiding gossip, harsh speech, resentment, or hidden agendas. Hidden agendas fucking drive me nuts. I hate that shit. And, now at this age, I can see that shit coming a mile away. I'm just like, no, that person's full of shit. And I don't want to be around that. I was actually having a conversation with a client this morning who was just like, I met with this gal and she's fine, but I know that there's an agenda there. And I'm like, go with your gut. Go with your gut.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't really know if I want to do business with this person. Don't. Anybody who's got a hidden agenda, stay away from me.
Yeah.
Stay away from me. The quality of what we say matters and how we say it matters. That is humongous.
Yeah.
Say what you mean what you say. And we also live in a society right now where being direct and having established boundaries and being clear is actually seen as being offensive.
Yeah.
Nope. I appreciate direct. I appreciate directness. And when people are not direct, I'm like, no, can't have you in my life. I want my relationships to be clean.
Yeah. And I will say I've gotten some good feedback from, again, doing things a little bit differently and thank you for teaching me how to do this. But,
Oh.
Just when I, saw this is the person that I want to focus on and be with, telling the others very, authentically and directly that like, hey, thank you, but I've met someone and I don't see two people at the same time. And like, I want to put my energy there. And they were all, some are more blunt than others, but they were all, like, okay, I get it.
Right.
Like when you're just honest and authentic about it, you actually are sometimes surprised by, now I've also gotten the "you're an asshole" text. So
yeah. And so are you, dick. Right. And that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, it does.
It tells you.
It does.
Well, and real adults will respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the things that I've heard, God, it was probably a couple of years ago, it says, it's not you. I'm just not interested in making friends. And like, and I know that sounds a little harsh, but like the reality is we all have a certain capacity in our container.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that like I'm not going to be friendly, I'm not going to be social and all that kind of stuff. But if like this is my container and I can only
I don't have the ojas.
Right. I just
to put more in the container.
I don't.
Yeah.
And it's not you. It's like people take offense that it's not you. It's I'm just not interested in making friends.
Yeah.
Like, and if something changes with something that's in the container.
If I add you, I got to take somebody out.
Exactly.
So wait till I take somebody out and then I'll add you.
And there it is.
On a waiting list.
Exactly. It is like reservations for a restaurant.
Be my friend.
Exactly. Like,
Do you have a reservation?
Are you booked? Are you part of the platinum membership? No,
I love that.
I don't mean it that way, but like seriously,
Yeah,
like
that's good.
Like I think of our lives, like I only have capacity for what's going on with my mom and my brother, you and Michael.
And the kitties.
And the kitties. Like, and like, are there other people in my life that I see? Like and my clients.
Yeah.
Like that takes time and energy. And so when, and I have a couple of other, good friends that I like to hang out with, it was great visiting with Gina this past weekend. Thank you, Gina. Ginecology podcast. Make sure you listen.
And then Sonari.
Right. And Sonari. Yeah. But like those two gals in my life, even though I don't see them day to day like you, they're such adults where our relationship is so clean that I could pick up the phone in 6 months and we just pick up where we left off.
Yeah. And I have a few of those too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have to see them all the time.
No,
Anna, Karen.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, like this is the container. This is all I got right now. So yeah.
Speak with honesty, listen actively, maintain boundaries, choose conversations that build clarity rather than confusion, and align your actions with your intention.
Yes. This part here, the build clarity rather than confusion, I think of some of the conversations you had during your dating process with some people, and it was like, what in the absolute fuck? Like, oh, I'm going to keep it in the vague so that like, no, dog, you're not for me. No.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women get sucked into that, like, oh, I want to be open. No, you want to be clear.
Yeah. Well, and that was a shift that I made. Again, thanks to you.
Aww.
Make your fucking list. Like, state what you will not accept.
Finally, we got there.
Yeah.
We got there. I'm like, make the unicorn list.
And
you're like, I got to do it now. I'm like, all right, let's go.
It was still amazing, the responses of, well, I have this and this, but I don't have this. Okay. Well.
Not on the list.
See ya. Just not going to work.
You didn't make the fucking list.
Yeah.
Okay. Like what part of 10 out of 10 did you not understand? Yeah. And this is the thing.
Because I was getting myself emotionally invested without knowing the whole story.
Well, and the other part of it also is it's not rude. It's look, at this age, we are halfway done with our lives. I'm not fucking around. I have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of ojas. Are you worth my ojas? Yeah. And also, I don't want to suck your ojas by wasting time, whether that's a business relationship, a romantic relationship, a friendship, whatever it is. So ladies out there, if you are trying to get emotionally Sauchic in your relationships, there's nothing wrong with being very clear about what you will do and what you will not do.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still going to bed at 7:30. I like you, but I'm still going to bed at 7:30. So, anywho, that was great.
Yes. That's a good one.
Truth bomb, folks, coming at you right now. Truth bomb. Go, girl.
If you do the same thing tomorrow, there's safety there. And it's insane how many people play it safe. They don't change even though they have goals, desires, wants, and ideas. They just never chase them.
Love that.
Yeah.
If you do what you did, you get what you got.
Yeah. And with Saucha, that's a big piece of what we were just talking about. You keep eating the processed food. You keep not bathing. You keep, watching media. You're going to get the same result.
Yep.
It's just going to happen. You've got to change your life.
In order for things to change, you've got to change. It's the bottom line. So this was great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Good one.
Good times, friends. Hey, we love you so much. And if you love us as much as we love you, please do hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and pass it around to friends. We would love to hit 500 before the end of the summer, friends. I think we could do it sooner, but we need your help in order to do it. If you are indeed interested in our GLP-1 program, there's a lot of information floating around the socials right now. Thank you, Jesse, for helping us out with getting the word out. But also just go to our website, www.thewomanwarrioracademy.com. The GLP-1 program has its own drop-down menu, so you can check it out. And DM us if you have questions. info@thewomanwarrioracademy.com. And I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Right. All right, friends. We love you. Thank you so much for everything. I hope you're having a fabulous summer. It is the Pitta aggravating time of the year, so stay cool like I know you can. And as always, Jai Bhagwan, and may your soul be victorious.
Is life hard? Yeah, it's really fucking hard. And you can also have the life it is that you want. You just got to work for it.